Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel again. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I really appreciate you. I care about you. I want to be able to help our Ignition Time community get through this unbelievable situation we find ourselves in. I'm going to give you important information on finance, important information on self-improvement, important information, on taxes, on everything that helps you become a smarter, that helps you become a financially more astute citizen, because once you understand the system, you can understand how to work the system to your advantage legally within the parameters that have been set up by the system, which by the way is exactly what I did. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. And by the way, as I'm talking, you'll see the sun. The sun actually was hiding behind some clouds, and now, as you can see, the cloud cover is gone, and wham, the sun's shining in my face. So forgive me for the variable lighting. And see, just as I said that, you can see that the lighting's changing. I can't control sunlight. I don't I don't have that capability. But this video, I want to address the emotions, and I think there's a lot of ferociousness. I'm sensing a lot of ferociousness in both sides, amongst the Democrats, amongst the Republicans. And to be completely honest, I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me. I'm a really tough guy. I've been through some really unbelievable experiences in my life, so I'm okay with it. I'm actually more concerned about our viewers, our subscribers who are engaging within our community, and I want all of us to just take a deep breath and be calm. Support who you want to support. That's okay. Have your positions. Completely fine. In fact, I prefer you have your own positions and vocalize them rationally, respectfully in our community. And that's what I want. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the importance, or rather, the role that emotions play in the climate that we are in. And in fact, I will provide you with a link to a absolutely fascinating Politico article in the description section below, and I want you to check out that article. A Facebook executive actually talked about this with Politico and said there are certain kinds of messages and certain kinds of emotions that tend to make us more agitated, that we respond to on a more visceral level. I'll give you an example. Anything about President Trump tends to get, visceral reactions from the president's supporters and visceral reactions from those who don't support the president. So that's just one example. Anything having to do with nationalism, anything having to do with, our self-identity really sort of makes us very passionate. And the reason I'm making this video is I want us to look at things at a higher level, look at things on a broader level, as opposed to just on a partisan level, as opposed to just, hey, it's about the red or the blue. Again, you've heard me say this before. I will never get tired of saying it. For me, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American. So Facebook actually determined that certain kinds of messages and certain kinds of posts drive more user engagement. And so what the algorithm does is it automatically detects posts that are likely to make individuals more agitated, believe it or not. In fact, certain kinds of posts, again, connect with individuals at a more visceral level. So let me give you an example. Something as divisive as the president's tax return, something as divisive as some sense of controversy, Vice President Joe Biden's son's dealings with Russia. All of these things are highly divisive because they make us feel like there's got to be some sort of a conspiracy there. You are going to miss the point if you say, oh, no, there is a conspiracy. You're missing the point. I'm trying to make a higher point here. And the point I'm trying to make is there are certain types of emotions about, when someone talks about nationality, when someone talks about protection, when someone talks about anger or fear. There is a psychological phenomenon called confirmation bias. All of us have a deep sense of insecurity about something or another. Maybe it's a deep sense of insecurity about money. It could be about immigration. It could be about anything. And that's fine. That's fine. But when those emotions are used to manipulate us, to sort of push us towards a certain outcome, that is the type of content that is more engaging. That is a type of content that is more visceral. And that is a type of content that tends to get more reactions, more users, more clicks. Now, if you look at a lot of other YouTube channels out there, there are a lot of YouTube channels with the word finally, with the word, revealed, or with the word, it's here, or, second stimulus check revealed, and when you click on them that they are, a big letdown, right? And a lot of channels out there with the same thumbnail, with the same silly poses from people on the thumbnail. But the thing is, those kinds of thumbnails, those kinds of titles get individuals to click, okay? So anything that plays to your anger, that plays to your fear, that plays to nation, that plays to your self-preservation, your protection, tends to get more likes and more clicks. And on my channel, you'll notice that I don't do that. I mean, obviously, look, I'm going to be clear. I want viewers to click on our videos, and therefore our thumbnails and our titles, sometimes we push the boundaries a little bit because we want our viewers and subscribers to watch. But when that's done excessively, when every video seems to be, a massive reveal, or when everything seems to be, about anger, about resentment, about false hope, then that tends to get more clicks. And the reason I'm making this video is I want you to know, fundamentally, there's certain types of content that gets more engagement. And Facebook, for example, knows what that kind of content is. A Facebook executive said, and I quote, "Certain types of content is more engaging. The content speaks to," I quote, "an incredibly strong, primitive emotion by touching on topics like nation, protection, the anger, and fear." So that means analytical content that is more, that is more geared towards logic, doesn't tend to do as good as content that sort of plays to emotions and plays to fear. By the way, I've noticed this on my channel. I've personally noticed that when I do a video talking about the president, there's more engagement, there's more positive and negative emotion. And I'll be completely honest, I'll be completely transparent. When I do a video talking about Joe Biden, it's almost like there are crickets, because the sense of emotion that is elicited by President Trump is extreme. Whether you like the president or don't like the president, that's besides the point. And it's okay with me whether you like the president or don't like the president. What matters to me is trying to understand. The reason I'm making this video is, number one, I don't want my viewers and subscribers to get a sense of false hope or to get manipulated by other content. So know that when you're watching other videos, when you're watching other channels, that sort of play to your primitive emotions of anger, of frustration, of the need for hope. We all need hope. And by the way, listen, I'm here to give you hope, and I'm here to give you realistic long-term hope. I'm not trying to promise you that something magical will happen tomorrow, because that doesn't happen in the real world. I've struggled a lot. And if you don't know anything about my journey, you can check out my video. But I want you to have a realistic sense of hope. And I want you to understand that when Facebook measured, what posts got more engagement, what posts got more likes, comments, and shares, they determined that there were certain types of posts that always got more engagement. In fact, one political party got significantly less engagement than the other. And I think you can guess what I'm talking about. And, the type of content that makes us angry, that makes us enraged, that sort of stirs emotions, that tends to always do well. And there is something called earned media, and there's something called, paid media. So earned media, organic media is, media that, where your followers are following you. For example, President Trump's Twitter followers are examples of earned media. He can send out a tweet and hopefully get engaged with them. But paid media, where you have to pay to get in front of people. For example, this video, all my subscribers, viewers watching, this is my earned media. In other words, you watching this video right now, you are my earned media. I've worked hard to earn, your subscription. I've worked hard to have YouTube recommend this video to you. That's called earned media. But when it comes to paid media, the ads that you see in the video, those are individuals paying to be able to get in front of you. Now, what happens with paid media is content. Paid media is expensive. I just want to be clear. It's expensive to be able to get in front of someone. But with paid media, the kind of content that is divisive, the kind of content that is probably false. I want to be clear about that, because it's not like, there are real-time fact checks on paid media. The kind of content that makes you angry, that makes you frustrated, is more likely to do better. And so what's the moral of this story? The moral of this story is, whatever you're about to see between today until well after election day, whatever you're about to see, even in the future, is designed to elicit an emotion from you. What are the emotions that drive us as human beings? There are two fundamental emotions. There is the fear of loss, because you're going to lose something. Gosh, I'm going to lose my sense of identity. I'm going to lose my money. I'm going to lose my home. Or the other emotion that that tends to get people to take action is the prospect of gain. So it's like the carrot and the stick approach, right? So if you want to avoid a loss, and at the same time you want to chase a gain or chase a positive emotion. Fundamentally, the fear of loss and the anger and the frustration and the resentment that's associated with loss is a bigger driving emotion for many people, leads to more engagement. That's why ads focus on negativity as opposed to a promise of a better future, as opposed to a prize, as opposed to a carrot for the rabbit. And so this leads to less engagement. This leads to more engagement. So when someone has to spend money to get in front of you, they're going to do more of this as opposed to this, because this is going to make you agitated. This is going to make you angry. This is going to make you frustrated. And this is going to make you want to take action and point fingers at the other side, which in turn explains the ferocious nature of the comments that exist on not just my channel, but on many other channels. I want all of us to be calm. I want all of us to be happy. I want all of us to be hopefully respectful of each other, so that we can emerge from all of this together, stronger. And that is my vision for our channel. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. You learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time, most days of the week. So please make sure you subscribe. Get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. You'll get on our SMS alerts list. You can also go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. And then you can get on our email list. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any point in time. Follow us on Instagram. Ignition_time is our Instagram handle. You'll get exclusive content on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Ignition_time, the same Twitter handle. You can get breaking news and alerts from us on Twitter. Once again, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time, most days of the week. Bookmark our channel, youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. This way you don't have to depend on on YouTube notifications, and you can visit our channel at any point in time. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Remember, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time, most days of the week. I'll see you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Thanks. Bye.